Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be going over a couple stocks that I found interesting for AEP. Let me go over why I found this stock interesting. So if you guys look closely, I'm on the 2-year weekly time frame. So this line that I drew over here is called a trend line. Okay, now I drew it from the high of 2020 to the low of 2020. Okay, so let me actually get this drawing going. Okay, this is what you call a wedge in a sense. Okay, now the high for 2020 is 104.97 and the low for 2020 is 65.14. Okay, so I just essentially took the high and lows and drew a line downwards and upwards. Okay, so what made me kind of favor this stock more so out of the group was this consolidation right here. This consolidation right here is very big on a weekly time frame. I will drop down in time frames in a moment just to show you the action that's going on. But if you look right here, there's a lot of wicks at the bottoms right here. Okay, just look closely. Anytime that you see a type of congestion or a bottom, double bottom, tweezer bottoms, you want to pay close attention. If you're not familiar with the terms I'm using in this video, visit tradingacademy.com for my in-depth courses and explanation on what these things mean. Okay, so these are congestions. I'll mark them a bit better for you. So if I draw like this, you will see that anytime it gets into this rectangle or these rectangles, price kind of goes up. Okay, so if I did this, high, and then I do it once again. Okay, you see that every time it got into this area right here, we went up, right? And now this is a weekly time frame, and again got into this area, went up. Okay, now this is a energy stock, electric stock, however you guys want to say it. This right here has bottomed on the weekly time frame multiple times. Now I've been watching this for, I would say, about a month, right? So 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay, somewhere around this area I started watching it just to see what's going on, and it broke down and hit this bottom trend line, and now we're having a reversal candle, which is called a hammer, on the weekly to signify a push up for the following week. Okay, so when I saw this last week, I immediately saw that this area was getting tested again. Okay, and once this area got tested again, it broke below it this go around. Okay, but when it broke below, I felt confident to take a position into it to go for the following day or week, you know. Okay, so this is my very top watch, and also volume was very high right here. On the week of the 11th, had about 24, at a 24, as you can see, 24 million shares traded, whether that's buy or sell. Okay, for it to have a hammer, these are mostly buys, as you can see right here. What week is this one? 7 of the 27, the week of the 27th, right? You see we had a big volume. These were mostly buys. This sell right here turned into a hammer, very bullish. Should have signified a turnaround, but it didn't. Okay, so this energy stock is one that you guys should keep a very close watch on. My target for this one, honestly, is somewhere around the 85 price target. And how I got that, just take a high, right here. Let me draw a better price target for you guys. So just take the high of this candle, this wick, and just draw it across. You see that this has a lot of resistance right here. So an 85 price target, doesn't seem out of the question. You have a reversal on the weekly in what do you call it, supply demand zone, and you wanted to go ahead and test this line around 85. This is called a resistance or supply area. So demand and supply area at the top. Like I said, if you guys would like to learn more about these terms, visit the tradingacademy7.com. The second stock that I would like to go over, and I'm going to go over, is called Beyond. Okay, now look at Beyond. We're just looking at the weekly time frame right now. Now let's go over some key levels. Now Beyond, from the lows of about, I think, was it one? Let's kind of look right here. The lows of about 114, or just a little trick if you guys don't want to set guess. The low of the week was 114.05. I had this marked on my charts. I played it, didn't stay in it long enough, but let me show you guys how strong this move was. So I again will draw a supply and demand area. This is not what I'm speaking. This one I'm drawing right now is a demand area. Okay, so let's just place it right here for the weekly. Okay, again, every time that we go into this demand area, we kind of move back up typically. Now you may not be able to see this on the weekly time frame properly, but I'll drop it down to the daily so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And let me give you guys some more keen levels. Let's see, drawing tools, and what we'll do is go to these extensions right here. From lows to these highs. And let's try these lows. Okay. Now these are the standard levels, the Fibonacci levels that I add, but in my live trading account, I have custom levels that are made for myself that I've created. So as you can see right here, 132.86 off of the weekly time frame gives you a 150.55. Give it about 2 weeks. I played this from the 114 to about the 120 level. Yeah, 114 to about 120. It gave great gains, but Beyond actually had a news release this prior week. I believe it was something that had to do with Taco Bell. I'm not really 100% sure, but this boosted them from this demand zone to the supply area, well, somewhere in the 140s right here. Okay. Now, Beyond is a crazy mover. If you guys have been trading for a long time, or just a couple years in general, you would have known that Beyond went from $40 to over $300 stock and came right back down to about the lows of 2020 was, what were the lows right here? $48 and 39 cents. This is a very erratic mover when it gets going. I would keep a very close watch. As you can see, you have an engulfing candle, an engulfing weekly candle right here. Okay, an engulfing candle, just supersedes this previous week's. Like I said, I would drop down to the lower time frame for you guys just so you can see more in depth. But look at this right here. On a daily, you're gonna see a different picture frame. You see a lot of congestion in this area. This warranted a fall. Okay, as you can see, right here above this one, a 132.86 was a fib that it consolidated around for a while, then just fell off, hit this demand area, then pushed right back up. So look for a 150.55 this coming week if you guys want. This is a continuation. Look for it, play it. If these levels and price target sets up for you. If it doesn't, by all means go ahead and ignore it. Okay, so again, keep a good watch on this, see what it does, see if it breaks this consolidation area and stays above it. As you can see, this point that I'm marking is 144.53. Keep a close watch on this. Either if you're gonna long it to that level and or short it below. The final stock that I'll be going over today is called Walmart. Now, Walmart is another stinky mover. It doesn't move, the best at times. but it gives you great gains when it starts to move. So I typically like to look at a stock on a weekly time frame just to see what's going on. So I'll draw any wedges and any breakdowns or breakups that I may see. So let's go from, let's say, right here to right here. Okay, now as you can see, anytime that we touch this trend line right here, kind of, you know, bounces, then goes up, touches, goes up, touches, now it's waiting. We have an inverted hammer right here on the weekly, which is not a very good sign, but it's still holding this trend line. Now, if we want to get more technical, let's draw one more. Okay, now as you can see, this right here on the weekly, let me do it again just so you guys understand. We draw another point from down here, from at the top of these candles to the downward bottom. Right here we have a falling channel. Okay, falling channel. Once the falling channel ended, we bottomed out right here at this doji right here on 2 weeks ago. Then this candle engulfed this doji. Now this candle is touching this trend line once again. I personally played Walmart from somewhere around the 140 to 149 levels. We had news that pushed price up, but we had a lot of sellers this week as well. Now, when you have a lot of sellers, you want to see what it does, okay? Now, again, we have an inverted hammer right here, which doesn't spell good signs for Walmart. Typically, it goes down to another, you know, whatever the key for the week prior, or, you know, supply and demand zone. So I want to map out a couple important levels that I believe you guys should just, you know, keep an eye on. So let's see, I would mark this one right here. Why? This is a weekly time frame. There's less candles, less noise. Okay, anytime that we got into this supply area, fell down, as you can see. 2 weeks, fell down. Another 2 weeks, fell down. Okay, now you want to watch, if we break this trend line, you want to watch for these levels, about a 130, somewhere around 134.63. If I drop down to a daily time frame, a 1 year, 1 day, you know, you can kind of see what's going on. Falling wedge consolidation right here. It's touched this point. I would keep an eye on this trend line right here. This price level of about 143.89. Okay, just keep a close eye, close watch on this stock. It moves very erratic. For future references, I think they release earnings on the 16th or 17th of February. Walmart can bottom and or go up, and or touch this trend line again and have a massive fall down. Again, if you guys would like to know more information on, you know, anything that I've said here today, you know, visit thetradingacademy.com. I'm sorry, thetradingacademy7.com for my in-depth courses and explanation on what's going on, my market analysis, and just if you want to just, you know, improve your knowledge on trading.